Telescopes captured an unexpected scene. A mysterious fragment broke away from the nucleus of 3 Atlas, as if the comet had expelled part of itself mid-journey. This detail, invisible to the naked eye, changed everything. Suddenly, it was no longer just a point of light crossing the sky, but a body in transformation, capable of surprising even the most experienced astronomers. And it is precisely this strangeness that ignited the flame of collective imagination. Many rush to associate the phenomenon with alien spacecraft, while science seeks a more solid explanation. What could have caused this ejection? A fragile nucleus falling apart? A release of particles never before seen in our solar system? This is only the beginning of the investigation because 3 Atlas is not an ordinary visitor and still holds many mysteries waiting to be answered. 3 Atlas was not born here. This is the first point that intrigues scientists. Its trajectory does not match any body orbiting the Sun. Its very name already reveals this secret. The 3I indicates its interstellar nature, and every detail of its path reinforces that it does not belong to the same gravitational well that binds local comets. It is as if a foreigner were crossing the invisible border of the solar system. This unique condition turns it into a time capsule from regions we cannot reach with probes or telescopes. Inside it lie materials that have remained dormant for billions of years, preserving clues about cosmic environments completely different from those we know. When the sun's heat touches its surface, these secrets begin to escape in jets of gas and dust. Turning the comet into an open book we will only have one chance to flip through. And that chance is precious. 3 Atlas will not be captured by the sun's gravity, nor will it return in cycles like other comets. It is a one-time traveler. This means each observation carries the urgency of an unrepeatable encounter. But if its origin already makes it special, another even more surprising detail drew scientists' attention. A strange change in its appearance, as if its atmosphere were revealing something new. Around the nucleus of 3 Atlas forms a vast atmosphere of dust and gases known as the coma. This glowing halo gives comets their spectacular appearance, but in the case of 3 Atlas, it held an even greater surprise. Its color began to change before astronomers' very eyes. What might seem like a mere aesthetic detail is, in fact, a valuable clue about the release of substances trapped inside it since the dawn of the universe. Each alteration in the coma's hue is like a chemical clue. It may signal the presence of rare compounds, different from those observed in comets of our own solar system. These changes reveal that 3 Atlas carries not only ice and dust, but also materials that can expand our understanding of the diversity of worlds existing beyond human reach. It is as if, with each shimmer, the comet whispers fragments of the history of places we will never visit. And this unusual behavior did not stop there. The coma's transformation raised suspicions that its nucleus might be even more unstable than previously thought. A fragile body, heated by the sun, can behave unpredictably, releasing energy in sudden bursts. And it was precisely at this point that 3 Atlas began to challenge our expectations even further. Its trajectory revealed something that deepened the sense that it is not just another passing visitor. 3 Atlas cuts through space at an astonishing speed, like a hurried traveler with no time to linger. Unlike comets that orbit the sun in predictable cycles, it will never be captured by solar gravity. Its passage is unique. It entered our system, it will leave its marks, and soon it will vanish forever into interstellar darkness. This singularity turns each observation into an urgent moment, like trying to hear a story that will only ever be told once. This condition also creates a sense of rarity. Every piece of data collected, every observed change is unrepeatable. The comet will not return to fill in gaps or offer a second chance. It is a passing messenger, and scientists know they must decipher it within the exact window of its visit. But its speed and trajectory are only part of the mystery. What truly caught attention was the unpredictable way 3 Atlas began to behave, as if concealing further secrets within itself. While some comets follow nearly predictable patterns in their approaches to the Sun, 3 Atlas seemed to play with expectations. Sudden oscillations in its behavior showed that we were facing a much more complex body. It was as if each approach to heat awakened a new reaction, revealing that its interior held a variety of volatile compounds rarely observed in other celestial visitors. These variations were dramatically reflected in its brightness. At certain moments, 3 Atlas intensified its luminosity abruptly, as if it were lit from within. Such bursts of clarity are signs that large amounts of material were being released in short intervals, something that may even indicate partial fragmentation of its structure. The comet was showcasing, in spectacular fashion, its vulnerability before the sun's force. This behavior raises a crucial question. Is the nucleus of 3 Atlas solid and resistant, or merely a fragile cluster on the verge of breaking apart? If the latter, each approach to the sun could mean the risk of sudden disintegration. With each flare, astronomers wondered if they were witnessing the final moments of a traveler that had roamed space for billions of years, only to fall apart before us. And this doubt brought even greater urgency to observations. If the comet were indeed close to yielding to the pressure of heat, each record could be the last chance to decipher its nature. Yet beyond its fragility, there was something even more intriguing. The very origin of 3 Atlas, a mystery that made its presence in the solar system all the more fascinating. Knowing that 3 Atlas was not born in our solar system would already be enough to make it special. But the question echoing among scientists runs deeper. Where exactly did it come from? Its speed and direction clearly show that it does not belong to our stellar neighborhood, yet tracing its true origin is nearly impossible. It would be like trying to discover the exact beach from which a grain of sand was carried away by the wind billions of years ago. What makes this search so valuable is the possibility that it carries with it materials from environments completely unlike those we know. Each grain of dust released from its surface is a fragment of distant worlds, perhaps even from regions where planets formed in ways we have never witnessed. It is as if 3 Atlas carried tiny pieces of cosmic stories we will never be able to observe directly, but which for a brief instant have drawn near to us. It was in this context of uncertainties that 3 Atlas revealed its most surprising face. Images showed that something had indeed broken away from its nucleus. A fragment, or perhaps a compact cloud of dust, moved forward as if it were an unexpected companion on its journey. This scene turned the comet into the protagonist of a rare spectacle, showing that it was not just a solid, static body, but a traveler capable of reshaping itself mid-flight. The most striking detail is that the fragment did not disappear quickly, as happens with fine particles carried off by the solar wind. It held its presence, defying time and extreme conditions, suggesting it was made of more resistant material. This indicated a much more intense ejection event than previously thought, powerful enough to hurl matter great distances without it being immediately dispersed. For scientists, this separation opened new doors. After all, what could trigger such a release of energy inside an interstellar nucleus? Was it the sun's heat exposing weak points, or signs that the internal structure of 3 Atlas is more complex than we imagined? Each hypothesis turned the comet not only into an object of study, but a true enigma in constant transformation. This episode also fueled popular curiosity, reinforcing the aura of mystery already surrounding the comet. If even the most precise instruments reveal something so unexpected, what other surprises might it still hold? This question made clear that careful observation was not only necessary, but essential to follow the unfolding of this cosmic story. To reliably record the phenomenon, astronomers turned to a combination of techniques that go far beyond simple visual observation. Multiple exposures were taken with different filters, then aligned, stacked, and carefully processed until subtle details, invisible to the naked eye, could be revealed. This process transformed nearly imperceptible points into clear structures, proving that the fragment truly existed and stood apart from the main nucleus. The resulting images revealed an even more intriguing scenario. In addition to the classic tail stretching opposite the sun, there was an extra jet pointing in the opposite direction, as if the comet itself were being pulled in different ways by its own internal activity. This asymmetry gave 3 Atlas a peculiar appearance, reinforcing the idea that we were not observing an ordinary body. The fragment, meanwhile, was detected at an estimated distance of 18,000 kilometers from the comet's center, more than the diameter of Earth. A gigantic scale by human standards, yet incredibly close in the context of deep space. This proximity indicated that the ejection was powerful enough to push material far away, but still kept it visually connected to the nucleus, like a constant reminder of the transformation underway. The most surprising discovery was realizing that the fragment did not disperse quickly, as would normally be expected. Even after 2 weeks, it could still be identified in the images, holding firm against the dispersive force of the solar wind. This meant it was not made of fine dust, but of larger and more resistant particles, capable of remaining cohesive far longer than usual. It was proof that the ejection had been a high-intensity event. This detail gave the observations even greater scientific value. If the fragment endures, it is because it holds within it clues about the nucleus's original composition, clues that would hardly be revealed otherwise. What seemed at first like a mere visual detail became concrete evidence that 3 Atlas is more active, more enigmatic, and perhaps even more fragile than we had imagined. And with each new analysis, the sense grew stronger that the comet had not yet shown us everything. Every detail recorded in 3 Atlas goes far beyond mere curiosity. The behavior of the fragment and the unexpected ejections help decipher how these interstellar bodies are structured internally. Instead of a uniform block, it may be composed of different layers, compounds, and fragile points that are only revealed when the sun's energy awakens them. Observing this in real time is like witnessing a natural X-ray performed by nature itself. These clues also offer a rare opportunity to understand how matter organizes itself in distant stellar systems. Each particle released is a chemical trace of environments we may never visit up close. And 3 Atlas, with its one-time journey, acts as a messenger from these invisible worlds, carrying in its brief passage information that can expand our knowledge about the very formation of the universe. As 3 Atlas advances toward the inner regions of the solar system, the opportunities for observation multiply. Its closer approach will allow clearer records of the details of its activity, offering new angles on what has already proven to be a spectacle of unpredictability. Every telescope aimed at it now carries the expectation of discovering something that challenges our understanding even further. And even without signs of spacecraft or alien visitors, what we see is a real enigma, with the potential to reveal cosmic secrets in every fragment that breaks free or in every unexpected change of brightness. 3 Atlas reminds us that we do not need to invent stories to find mystery in space. Nature itself, with all its complexity, already delivers more than our imagination could predict. 3 Atlas may be only a passing visitor, but in its brief journey it has already shown us how much we still have to learn about the universe. A released fragment, unexpected changes, and signs of fragility have turned this comet into a living enigma, capable of awakening both popular curiosity and scientific attention. And if in such a short time it has already revealed so much, the unanswered question remains: what else does this interstellar traveler still hold to show us? Subscribe to the channel to stay updated on everything that will happen, and see you in the next video on screen.